Good day, everyone. Welcome back to our Math 10 class. Today, we are officially entering Term 1, Week 10 of our curriculum. And we have a very exciting and practical topic lined up. As you can see in the screen, our lesson for today is all about learning on how to calculate the percentile rank of a given score from ungrouped data. For our learning objectives, by the end of the lesson, student will be able to arrange and group data from lowest to highest, find the number of scores below a given score. Another one is find the number of scores equal to the given score. And the last is calculate and explain the percentile rank of a given score. So before we start our lesson, let us imagine that these scores are students standing in a line from lowest score to the highest score. So let us assume that your score is 18. So take a look at the situation, score line. So the question is, how many scores are below 18? How many scores are equal to 18? And where does 18 stands up? So take a moment to look at the students in a line. These three questions are the exact foundation of what we call a percentile rank. So let us first differentiate between percent score to percentile rank. So do you think they are equal or unequal? So this two is not equal. Why? Because when we say percent score, it tells us how much of the test was answered correctly. Okay, like for example, 18 correct out of 20. Ibig sabihin, so 18 yung correct answer mo out of 20 items. So what does it mean? So to get the percent score is you will only divide 18 divided by 20 times 100. Then makukuha natin yung percent score ng it means 90%. How about if it is in percentile rank? So kapag sinabing percentile rank, it tells us where a score stands relative to other scores. Kung saan siya, where a score stands relative to the other scores. So like for example, if nasa percentile rank mo is 90, so this means that the student's performance is around the 90th percentile relative to the group. Again, kapag sinabing percent score is not equal to percentile rank. So let us continue on percentile rank for ungrouped data. So let's first define what is a percentile rank. So when we say percentile rank, it tells us the percentage of the scores. Again, it tells us the percentage of the scores that are below or close to a given score. Or it tells us also the relative position of a given score within the data set. Tandaan po relative position and percentage of the score below or close. Okay? So, ngayon, may gagamitin tayo ng formula in finding the percentile rank of the given data set o score. So, ito po yun. Percentile rank is equal to B plus 0.5E over N times 100. So, we're in PR means percentile rank. Yung PR natin is percentile rank. B natin is the number of score below the given score. Again, kapag sinabing B is below the given score. Okay, kapag sinabing E naman, the number of score equal to the given score. So ito pong kung anong hinahanap natin na percentile rank. Okay? And N is the total number of scores. Okay? So now, let's continue on the steps in calculating percentile rank for ungrouped data. So para mas mabilis natin maintindihan on how to solve or how to calculate percentile rank, let us follow these steps. Number one, syempre, arrange the scores from lowest to highest. Okay? From pinakamaliit hanggang sa pinakamataas na number. Okay? Second step is find the given score. So, kung anong hinahanap natin. Like, for example, find the 12 percentile rank. So, hanapin natin kung ilan po yung 12. Okay? Next po is count the scores below it. So, ibilangin natin yung below the given score. Okay, that would be our B. Then, count the scores equal to it. This is our E, kung ilan po yung hinahanap natin. If like for example, percentile 12, ilan yung 12 doon sa given data set. So, yun po ang step number 4. That would be your E. Then, next step is count all the scores. That would be your N, kung ilan po yung data set natin. Okay? Then, next po is substitute the values into the formula. So, kapag nakuha natin si B, si E, at saka si N, so substitute lang natin doon sa formula natin sa percentile rank. And then the last is interpret the answer. So let us remind this one para mas mabilis natin maintindihan based on the steps of percentile rank. That would be arrange, below, equal, number, calculate, and interpret. Arrange the data set, find the below, the given score, equal, that would be the E number, the total number of data set, then calculate, substitute to the formula, then the last is interpret. Okay? Okay, so let us have example number 1. So, a teacher recorded a quiz course of 10 students in a Math 10 class. The scores are 18, 12, 20, 20, 15, 10, 17, 14, 16, 13, and 19. Maria got a score of 17 on the quiz. Find Maria's percentile rank to determine her standing compared to her classmate. So, ang tinatanong dito is, pang ilan si Maria compared to other classmate niya po. So, ang score ni Maria is 17. So, pang ilang percentile rank po kaya siya. So, first step natin is arrange the data set. So, from 10 to 20. Then, the second step is find B. Ang ibig sabihin ng B natin, that would be below ng 17, below the given score. So, which is 10 to 16. Kung bibilangin natin po ito, there are 6. Next, step number 3, find E. Ibig sabihin ng find E is the score equal to 17. So, mapansin po natin, ilang 17 po sa given data set? There are only 1. Bakit 17? Kasi ang tanong dito, yung score ni Maria, which is 17. So, there are only 1. Step number 4 is find N. Ibig sabihin ng N is kung ilan po yung data set natin. Since 10 student po siya, ibig sabihin our N is 10. Okay? So that would be step number 1 to step number 4. So step number 5 is substitute this given to the formula po ng percentile rank. Okay, so step number 5 na po tayo. Substitute the given to the formula po ng percentile rank. Our PR is 17. Then 6 plus 0.5 times 1 over 10 times 100. So saan nanggaling po si 6? Nanggaling po tayo kay B. And our E is 1. Our N is 10. Then times 100. So simplify this one muna. Yung may parenthesis 0.5 times 1. Then plus 6 is equal to 6.5. Kasi 0.5 times 1 is 0.5 plus 6 is 6.5. Then divided by 10, then times 100. Okay, simplify this one. Pwede mo unahin 6.5 times 100, then divided by 10. Pwede rin naman po 6.5 divided by 10 times 100. Still the same pa rin po yan. So it becomes 65. So it means that our interpretation is Maria's percentile rank is 65. So this means that 65% of the student in the class scored below Maria's score of 17. So in other words, Maria performed better than 65% of her classmates. She is at the 65 percentile, which indicates that her performance is above average. She is in the upper portion of the class distribution. So, make it simple interpretation. Pwede sabihin natin na Maria's percentile rank is 65. So, this means that 65% of the student in the class scored below Maria's score of 17. So, pwede hanggang dito na lang po siya. Okay? So, okay, so para mas lala natin maintindihan, so let's look at example number 2. So in this problem, we want to find the percentile rank for a student who scored exactly 12 on the quiz. So first, look at our sorted data. We need to find the three key numbers which are listed under our given. So let's start with B. So our B is, when we say B po, stands for scores below 12. So if we count the numbers to the left of 12, we find exactly 10. So kapag bilangan nito, exactly 10 po yun. So E stand for scores equal to 12. So ilan po yung equal to 12? We can see that there are two scores of 12 circled in the data. So we have E, which is 2. And N is our total number of scores, which is 15. Now, after we find the given, so let's plug this into our formula. So we have our formula, PR equal to B plus 0.5E over N, then times 100. So first thing to do is multiply first 0.5 to 2, then plus kay 10, then divide by 15 times 100. So as you can see, when we divide 11 by 15 and multiply by 100, we get our final answer to 73. So ibig po sabihin, a percentile rank of 73 means the students perform better than 73 of the class. It tells us the most of the students obtain scores lower than 12. Okay, let's look at example number 3. So which focus on the key measure of the position, which is the percentiles. So in this problem, Mr. Burden gave a 15-item quiz to his students. He arranged the 15 scores in ascending order. Kung mapansin po natin, so that's from 4 to 15, from lowest to highest. So if the student score is at the 80th percentile, what does this indicate? So before we do to explain this, let us first understand what the 80th percentile means. So actually, it tells us the percentage of the scores that fall below or equal to the specific value. So therefore, if a student is at the 80th percentile, it indicates that 80% of the students scored less than or equal to the student's scores, while the remaining 20% scored higher or equal to it. So yun po ang ibig po sabihin. So now, let us find which specific score represent the 80th percentile using the nearest rank methods. So by multiplying lang po yan. So by multiplying the percentile in decimal formed by the total number of score, which is 15. So, ibig sabihin, 0.80 times 15 we give us an exactly 12. So this means that we need to look at the 12th position in our ordered list of scores. So it becomes 12. So take a look po, bilang tayo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So ibig sabihin, 12 po yung pang 12 position. So a score of 12 represent, so this score represent the 80th percentile. So this confirms that the score 12 performed as well as or better than 80% of the entire class. So that would be our interpretation. Okay, so since we know already how to calculate and interpret the percentile ranks, so let us explore how they are used in real world. So tandaan po natin, kapag sinabing percentile rank, they are not just numbers in math class. They are incredibly powerful tools making compared o informed decision and meaningful comparison. So meron tayong apat na major areas. So we have education, health, business, and sport. Sa education, ginagamit po yan sa universities, use percentile ranks to compare applicants from different schools. So since the grading systems of every school, they are different. So another one is health. Doctors use we call the growth percentiles. This allows the pediatrician to check if the child's weight, height, and other compared to other children have the exact same age. Sa business naman, so ginagamit ito ng mga HR and departments, companies compare employees' performance. And the sports, ginagamit ito ng by comparing the athlete's statistical data through percentile ranks. So in short, a high score means nothing without context, while percentile ranks gives you the context. So in other words, a high row scores by itself doesn't tell the whole story. So percentile rank provides the exact context you need to understand where a specific score stands in relation for the entire context or entire group. To wrap up everything up, let's look at the summary slide to get to generalize what we have learned today about percentile rank. Let's review what the key elements on the screen. So when we see a percentile rank, so it tells us, or remember, a percentile rank does not show your test scores percentage. Instead, it tells you the percentage of score that fall below your specific score. So the formula for the percentile rank, we have B plus 0.5 E over N times 100. So the variable, let's keep this letter clear in our minds that B represent counts of the scores directly below yours or below the given score. E, count of scores exactly equal to the given score, N is the total number of scores, and PR, which is the percentile rank, and N is the total number of score. When solving any problem, always follow the 5 steps to calculate. Arrange, count the scores below, count the scores equal, count the total scores, and apply the formula. So look at our final quick examples on the right. So when with 7 total scores, finding the rank of score of 18 gives exactly 50%. So our interpretation, as shown in our interpretation, a percentile rank of 50 means that 50% of all scores fall below 18. The scores of 18 is the 50th percentile, meaning it is the middle of the distribution. Okay, so all right, class. Now that we have summarized everything, it's time to check your understanding with our formative assessment. So this activity is divided into 4 short sections to test a different skills of yours. So we have multiple choice, problem solving, interpretation, and the application. So at the very bottom, do not forget to fill out your reflection. So write down one thing you've learned today and one thing you can do to improve. You may begin working on your assessment now. Okay. Before we end our lesson for today, we spent the entire session learning how to measure our positions, calculate ranks, and compare ourselves to others. But I want to leave you with this very important piece of mathematics of wisdom. Your percentile rank doesn't define you. is just a snapshot of where you are today. What matters is your growth, effort, and determination to improve tomorrow. So remember, whether your rank today is high, low, or right in the middle, it is not permanent. It is just a data from one specific moment in time. It is just if you got a score lower than you wanted, it does not mean you cannot master this material. As the quote on the bottom left reminds us, you cannot change yesterday, but you can shape a better tomorrow. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep going. Have a wonderful day and see you all in our next class.